Another Ethiopian Afar commander has entered Eritrea. A few weeks ago, a senior official of the Afar regional government, a prosperity party leader, entered Eritrea from Ethiopia and he started organizing an Afar armed group there. Now it seems that more commanders are entering Eritrea from Ethiopia. Details of this story in this video. Thank you for watching the channel. Second story is about new visa restrictions imposed by the US on Ethiopians. Let's start with this new story. US Embassy in Addis Ababa has announced some new restrictions or new visa rules for Ethiopians. By the way, Ethiopia is one of the countries, the nationals of which could be under visa restrictions and sanctions. There are several other countries too which are under consideration. Eritrea has been completely banned, Eritrean citizens completely banned from entering the US. Ethiopia was not banned, but Ethiopia and some other countries are under consideration. US Embassy in Ethiopia has confirmed some new restrictions or new limitations on issuance of visas to Ethiopians. Firstly, now most non-immigrant visas will be single entry visas. Secondly, their validity will be 90 days. Most non-immigrant visas. New visas, which are going to be issued, the ones issued in the past, obviously, will continue to be valid for the period mentioned. But new visas now will be valid for 90 days and one entry, no multiple entry. Interestingly, US Embassy in Ethiopia used the word reciprocal. The reciprocal restrictions, reciprocal limitations being imposed by the US government. It means that Ethiopia is also issuing visas to Americans for 90-day period, and mostly single entry visit visas and other visas are being issued. That is why US has taken action. I don't know why Ethiopian government is so strict on the US nationals. While Ethiopia is the largest recipient of US assistance in Africa. Last year, after Ukraine, Ethiopia was the largest recipient of US financial assistance. But people will suffer. The Horn of Africa people, I think, for them now, US is a dream. For Eritreans, US is a dream land to reach. Europe is a dream land to reach. They managed to reach Europe and America relatively easily years ago, but now situation has changed. Secondly, we know that an Afar, Ethiopian Afar opposition armed group is being trained in Eritrea. Like Ethiopia is training Eritrean opposition groups. Eritrean Blue Revolution Front is one of Eritrean opposition groups being trained in Ethiopia. Eritrea is also training and arming an Ethiopian Afar opposition fighters group. Eritrea is backing Fano too. It has been in contact with Ola in the past. A few weeks ago, Ibrahim Usman entered Eritrea from Ethiopia. Ibrahim Usman was a regional minister in the Afar region. He developed differences, Afar region of Ethiopia. He developed differences with Abul Arba, regional president, on two issues. He had differences with Abul Arba about the uh, activities of Somali Isa fighters and the growing presence of Tigray fighters, TPF fighters in the Afar region. Issues could not be solved, and one day Ibrahim Usman just entered Eritrea from Ethiopia, from Berhale. I think he traveled and he managed to enter Eritrea. And he was accompanied by less than 100 armed men. Since then, Ibrahim Usman has been organizing Ethiopian Afar fighters group in Eritrea. It's not a secret now, by the way. Now, it is being reported that another senior Afar commander has joined Ibrahim Usman. The new group being formed, being established, being organized by Ibrahim Usman is Afar People's Unity Force, AFPU, Afar People's Unity Force. This is the name of the Afar armed group. The new commander who has joined Ibrahim Usman group is a seasoned commander. He has been part of Afar fighters in the past. You know that of Gugumo has been fighting in Afar region for years. Afar armed groups have their presence in Djibouti too, and they have connections all over the Horn of Africa. Either Ibrahim Usman is in contact with the people in the Afar region of Ethiopia, or Eritrean intelligence agencies are operating in Ethiopian Afar region. That is why Gugumo Afar commanders are being contacted. They are being offered money. They are being offered key positions. They are being convinced to join this Afar opposition fighters struggle against Prosperity Party. That is why after every few days we are hearing reports about entry of Ethiopian Afars into Eritrea to join the Afar fighters group. The Afar fighters group, Afar People's Unity Force, announced a few days ago that its struggle was against Prosperity Party. Its struggle was aimed at removing Prosperity Party from Afar lands. I don't know how advanced is Ethiopian government's preparation in backing Eritrean opposition groups, but Eritrea is on its way. It is on its way. Afar People's Unity Force has been formed, fighters being trained, fighters from Ethiopia entering Eritrea, and you'll see that in a very short period of time, Eritrea will definitely establish an Afar fighters, opposition fighters group. While the Eritrean opposition fighters in Ethiopia, they are doing their work to recruit people from Europe and maybe from among the refugees in Ethiopia. We're not sure about how many of them are under training, how many have been armed, where are they operating. But when it comes to training and arming fighters, groups of fighters, Eritrea is way more experienced. They have been training and arming fighters and soldiers from Somalia, from Sudan, from Ethiopia. They have been training pro-government groups, anti-government groups. They have vast and long experience of training and raising armed groups. That is why very rapidly this Afar fighters group is being established on Eritrean soil to be launched against Ethiopia. Thank you for watching.